Hi, guys, gals, and gents. This is going to be a girl talk. Or, maybe the fellas want to listen to this. I'm going to give you 20 differences between a grown girl and a grown woman. Okay. So, in this thought provoking video, we are going to explore the slight but subtle, significant but big differences between a grown girl and a grown woman. While both terms are often used interchangeable, they represent distinct mindsets, behaviors, attitudes towards life, from emotional maturity and responsibility to self awareness and decision making. We're diving into the key characteristics that set a grown woman apart from a grown girl. Join us as we uncover the real differences and what it truly means to be a grown woman in today's society. Now, I'm going to be talking about this because there's just a big difference between a grown girl and a grown woman. And me, I'm an observer. I observed stuff and I see things. And I'm learning every day. And so, this is for everyone, for the guys, for the girls, for everyone to identify what you're working with, whether you're working with a grown woman or you're dealing with a grown girl. A grown girl could be 40, a grown girl could be 28, a grown girl could be 32, a grown girl could be 50 years old. A grown girl could be any age, okay? And then there's a difference between a grown girl and a grown woman. Okay, so these are 20 differences that I did a little research on. And I'm refreshing myself on those too. Okay. So girls gossip about other girls, whereas women support other women. If a woman has a problem with another woman, she maturely stands up for herself and says it directly to her face. Girls, on the other hand, grown girls, they make excuses. While women prefer honesty, if a woman does not want to go out, she doesn't come up with a far fetched excuse like, sorry, I have to babysit my aunt's friend's sister's brother, child's rabbit. No, she doesn't do that. No. Another thing, girls get jealous. Women feel blessed and realize that they are incredibly thankful for everything that they have. Plus, women realize that not everything is as it appears and that jealousy is often unwarranted. Number three, girls dress for others. On the contrary, the big difference, women dress for themselves. Women wear what makes them happy and comfortable. They do not need to impress others. No, 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 no. They don't need to impress others. Okay. Girls brag and women don't. Real women do not find bragging to be necessary. Instead, they focus more on their inner pride and accomplishments that they feel. Sometimes they share their accomplishments with others to spread their happiness, but they always move on to the more important matters. Girls hide their true feelings. Women are open about how they feel. In other words, they do not let people get away with treating them like dirt. Girls are closed minded and unwilling to accept others that are different from them. Women don't care about what's on the surface. As cheesy as it sounds, believe it or not, it's what's on the inside that truly matters. It does matter. Being a bully is a grown girl. Being a person who can see others' perspectives, be understanding to others' stages in life that they're going through, and understand, hey, I once was in that stage. Essentially, women get to know those around them before they decide if they want them in their lives. On to the next one. Girls want others to believe that they have no faults. Women are not afraid to admit their imperfections because they realize that it is their imperfections that make them unique. Ta-da. That is what makes them unique. Girls are afraid to say that they're hurting and need help. Women ask for help when they are struggling. If something is wrong with a woman, she reaches out. She could care less about appearing weak or imperfect. Girls want boyfriends for attention and to appear like adults. Women, on the other hand, grown women, want men that will treat them good, treat them like women, make them feel like they're wanted and needed, and make them feel like they're the prize, most importantly. They do not need a man on their arms simply for show. Simply for show. No, 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 no. Girls spend money on frivolous things simply for the label, all that designer stuff, yeah. Women buy what makes them happy, but they also know how to save their money and budget too. Yes, yes, yes. This is one that I realized that when I was a grown girl versus a grown woman. When I was a grown girl, I didn't save my money, I didn't budget. But once I became a grown woman, I started budgeting and saving my money. Girls go to college because that's what everyone else is doing. Women go to college because they realize the importance of an education. Furthermore, women get an education because they want to follow their dreams. Yes, 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 yes. Girls make decisions with only themselves in mind versus grown women make decisions for the greater good. They realize that their decisions have repercussions, so they always think about others when they say or do anything. They think about the future. What if that was my daughter? What if that was my son? That's what grown women do before they say stuff and before they um, just be total judgmental prudes to people. Girls are looking for a job and a paycheck versus women, grown women, are looking for a stimulating environment that promotes and motivates them and pays them with more than money. So they do what they enjoy versus money. They do what they enjoy. Girls seek revenge when someone hurts them. Women deal with their feelings and move on. They have more important things to worry about than dealing with drama. Yes, 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 yes. That's the difference between a grown woman and a grown girl. A grown girl seeks revenge when someone hurts them. Women deal with their feelings and move on. Can I say that again? Women deal with their feelings and move on. They have more important things to worry about than dealing with drama. Girls are constantly trying to hide or change their imperfections with makeup, plastic surgery, clothes, and etc. etc. Grown women, on the other hand, are confident, even with their imperfections, and have no need to hide anything. Girls are afraid to be alone. They need a group of friends so that they can appear popular and connected. Those are grown girls. Grown women relish in alone time and recognize the benefits that come from self reflection and clarity and peace of mind. Grown girls love to talk solely about themselves, while grown women truly care about what others have to say. Women need it when they ask, "How are you doing?" They care about others and want to help them in any way that they can and want to learn from them, their other fellow human beings. Because again, life is a learning experience. So it's good to learn other things and to gather other people's perspective. And sometimes it's good to put yourself in other people's shoes. That's what grown women do. Grown girls, they treat their possessions with disregard. Grown women realize that everything has value and that they are thankful for everything that they have been given. Everything that they have been given. It's better to be grateful and show gratitude than to be bratty, mean, ungrateful, thinking that the world revolves around them. Those are grown girls because the world doesn't revolve around them. It's good to be, a person who just, how can I say it, thinks of others and is not selfish. Okay, grown girls listen to what they hear and believe it. Grown women realize that there is more than one side to every story. Let me say that again. Grown girls listen to what they hear and believe it, versus grown women realize that there is more than one side to every story. When they hear something, they listen, but they do not automatically believe it. They wait until they can observe and learn firsthand. So, ladies, women, girls, young ladies, men, gentlemen, when you are trying to see the difference between a grown woman and a grown girl, realize that most likely the grown woman realized that there is power in kindness, and the grown girl doesn't see that. She's like a bully. She likes to gang up on others. She doesn't see others' points of views. She's just selfish, and she doesn't understand fully that life is a learning experience and that every day is a day to be grateful for. So, this is my take on a grown woman versus a grown girl. Um, Audi, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Audi.